Good afternoon and welcome to More Meets the Eye. I'm your host, Blind Prime, and for today we're going to be talking about Beachcomber. Yeah, because he's beautiful. Yeah, baby. He's a sweet guy. He is the environmentalist of the Transformers. Well, at least the geologist, but he also is an environmentalist. He fell in love with Earth when he landed on Earth and loved its beauty and its nature because Cybertron didn't have that. Um, I like to think that he is a character that would really work hard towards stopping global warming and other things like that. And wow, um, okay, I don't know how I just managed to knock four Transformers over with one move. I just, you know what? That one deserves a round of applause. Yeah, good job, Blind Prime. You you managed to domino effect without even intending to. Okay, so before we get into this guy, this wow, yeah, Beachcomber, he's so awesome. Before we get into this guy, I would I would like you to like, share, and subscribe with on my video if you wouldn't mind, and go below, comment me. What are your thoughts on Beachcomber? Do you like him? Did you like him before Golden Lagoon? Or was Golden Lagoon the only thing you've ever seen Beachcomber in? But then again, that's his most famous episode. So Beachcomber, poor Beachcomber. So Beachcomber here is an excellent little guy. He isn't, you know, he's actually he's not too heavy. He's not too light. He seems to be about the right weight for a deluxe. Let's bring in a few examples. That's what I knocked over, all the examples I brought in today. So that guy that makes Transformers, and he did the Death Source video earlier, he likes to play with Siege Hound on his videos, and I need to retire Bumblebee. Bumblebee's starting to get a bum knee because I keep knocking him all over the place, and I want my Bumblebee to last a few more years. So I think maybe Bumblebee's done for a little while. He needs to rest. I put him down earlier this year, but I picked him back up because I just like bashing Bumblebee. But honestly, he needs to rest, or else I'm going to destroy him. And every day that Bumblebee gets more expensive, so I need to stop because I'm not going to be getting another one. It's too pricey. All right, so let's compare these guys shoulder to shoulder. We see that the Hound's shoulder is above Beachcomber's shoulder, and that Beachcomber's head comes up to the top of the hood right in front of Hound's head. Now, Beachcomber here is a smaller guy, but Beachcomber is one of the mini-bots. Not mini cons, mini bots. Like this guy here. Which one are you? You're Pipes. Like Pipes here. Pipes is a mini bot. And Pipes and Beachcomber here are really wonderful together. Okay. Look at that. Beachcomber's head and Pipes' head are on the same plane. Pipes' head is just a smidge shorter, but there's a little view in the front, and then on the other side, I really like my Pipes. Let's get a couple more. Not you, Hound. We were just talking about you. So let's put Pipes down, and let's get out Huffer. This Huffer? Yeah, it's Huffer. Cool. Here you go, Huffer. There's a little comparison. Beachcomber and Huffer. I know it's not going to be much of a difference because the Huffer and Pipe share mold. Let's put Huffer down. Didn't I have another one? Oh yeah, Warpath. That's another mini con I have. And Warpath and him are excellent together too. Look at that. I'm slowly getting all the mini bots. That is wonderful. I love that I like Warpath so much. He's such a fun guy. His feet are so goofy. Let's put him over here. Okay, so that's a little comparison with some of the mini bots that I have to give you an idea of what's been going on, about these. So first off, let's talk about accessories, and then we're going to get into this guy and discuss him even further. He only comes with 2 accessories. He comes with his gun, which if you watched my box opening video, I didn't realize was the front of the Dune buggy. It's actually the grill on the front of the Dune buggy, which is cool. I like that. I think that's great weapon storage. And some people are like, but he can't store his weapon on his body. You shoot with. Beachcomber was a pacifist. Beachcomber didn't really fight. Beachcomber only had a gun because probably Optimus Prime gave him a gun. Some Decepticons are going to try and kill you. Please just carry this around. Beachcomber's not a fighter. Uh, Beachcomber is a lover. And to prove that, Beachcomber comes with a little parakeet. Little bitty parakeet. It's an adorable little piece. They did a good job with the sculpt work on it. You can actually kind of feel the feathers. There's the memory of feathers, I would say, where they did something to roughen it up a bit and make it feel like there's feathers. But that's a very, very nice paint job there to manage to get that feathered texture onto such a little rubberized dude. It's so tiny. Something I enjoy something I enjoy that you can do with him. You can put him on the end of the gun, and then you can have Beachcomber shoot parakeet bullets. It makes me think of that stupid game with the birds and the pigs. I can't remember it right now, but that game. Parakeet gun. Let's make sure I didn't lose parakeet. There it is. Cool. So let's get into the actual robot mode for this guy, and then tomorrow we'll discuss the transformation, and we'll do the vehicle mode on Thursday like normal. Last week was a bit difficult, but that's because I was dealing with some personal issues. Somebody really just was not having a good time, and tried to drag a lot of people into them not having a good time. It was a headache, to say the least, and it went on for days. So let's talk about this character. And first off, I want to bring up the no waffling. Yes, there's under his arms, we've got solid arm. Under this arm, solid arm. Armpit, solid. Let's look for other places where there's hidden waffling. Let's turn around to the back. Solid, solid, solid. Backs of the legs, they didn't have to put the doors there, but they did, and that made them solid. Like this guy doesn't even, the bottoms of his feet even don't have waffling. OMG. Just whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. No waffling even on the bottoms of his feet. Just what? What? This guy he's a must-own. He is a must-own. And that's even before I'm going to talk to you about articulation, which isn't the best, but it isn't the worst. He's got a little more than 90 on the shoulders. He can pick his shoulders up almost to 90, 45 degrees. That wheel gets in the way. You got full 360 rotation in the limbs. Bicep swivel gives you 360 rotation at the bicep. The hands do not do anything because they're recessed into his forearm, and that is the negative on this guy right there. I wish his hands actually were in front of the forearms and then they folded in. That would have been cool. You've done the fold in mechanic a lot with hands before, and it's a shame they didn't do it here. And that's it. So that's the arms articulation. The head can rotate. It's on a bit of a joint, but not on a normal one. Because of the stuff on the other side of his head, he can only look left about 45 and only look right about 45. And then he can look up just a smidge, and he can look down just a smidge. But that is it for your movement on the head. The head doesn't have as much movement as we're used to. Now, raise up his arms. He's got 360-degree waist. Isn't that nice? And then he can kick up at a 90. He can kick back at a little more than a 90. He can kick himself in the back of the head. I think that's cool. Just bam, just kick himself right in the back of the head. So he can do that, which is something really fun that I enjoy he can do. He can also, his knees do bend at a 90. He's got the sideways swivel. There is a little looseness in his hips for me. And then he's got a thigh swivel. And there's no sort of swivel down below his thigh except for the ankle tilt. Yay, ankle tilt. Okay. Now, loose-wise, he's not too loose, but the side-to-side motion on his legs are a bit loose, and I really wish Transformers would fix that. That has happened so often in their Transformers, and it just give us a ratchet for every side-to-side leg motion. That's all we want. We just want a ratchet there, thank you. Or at least I want a ratchet there, thank you. Now, that is articulation. And what else? let's talk sculpt-wise, because this guy's got some fun stuff on him. He's also very minimalistic, and it makes it even better. He's got these lights on his right above his, below his knees, which I like the fact they're pointed straight up, so he can like illuminate himself and put himself in some really nice, distinctive lighting. I think that's fun. Just illuminate himself while he's walking. Like, behold, I am Beachcomber. Uh, his feet here are really well designed. They've got some nice feel to them. The this they did a good job making the sculpt work for the dune buggy and meshing in well with the sculpt work for the robot mode. It is very excellent, and I love the fact that the roll bars and the seats for his vehicle mode come down and become the heels for him. It reminds me a little bit of the Grimlock from Alternators, that Ford GT, or no, that Ford Mustang. Coming up here, we got the rubber tires, rubberized tires. They're really nice. I love them. The sculpt work for the arms. We don't have much for the hand, except kind of a sculpted in hand that's hidden by all this stuff. We also have some armor paneling kind of feel to it. It's got a bit of robot texture. I do love this corrugated steel texture they have for the underside of the arm. That is fun. That is cool. I love it. It's corrugated steel. Oh man, that is a fun texture. I love it. And it's just on the underside of the arm, and it becomes important whenever you're dealing with the dune buggy mode. But I love the fact that that texture even exists, and that's a fun one. On his chest, he's got some fun textures on his chest. Some really fun vent activity going on there. Big vent, and yeah, it's cool. I got this guy because I kind of forgotten what he looked like. But that G.I. Joe crossover Bumblebee reminded me, because they should have just made that Beachcomber. So that's just about it for him. Weight wise, this guy he's not incredibly heavy, but him and Siege Hound are about the same weight. I think Siege Hound is a smidge heavier, but just a smidge. So that's just wow. This guy is surprised me. All right, it surprised me when he arrived. He surprised me with how solid of a figure he is. This may be one of my best figures of the year that I've gotten so far. Like this year from Transformers, this is up there. This is up there as best Transformer of the year. He is fun, and he's posable, and and he's got so many siege ports. Let's count them real quick before we end up in this. We've got 1, 2 on his arms, fist, the side of the arm. The shoulder has 1 on the back of each shoulder, so that's 3 on each arm, and then 4 and 5 on his back. On the side of his legs, he is missing out. He's missing out hardcore on the side of his legs. There's no siege ports. There are siege ports on his feet, aren't there? Yeah, I think. Honestly, I don't think he has siege ports on his feet either. He is not big on the siege ports, this guy. He does have some on the backs of his feet, feels like at least, but I don't think those actually are siege ports. I think that may be an instance of the only waffling, which is on the backs of the seats. That's it. So not a big number of siege ports. What is that? 6, 8? Yeah, 8 siege ports on this guy. Not a very large number, but honestly, he doesn't really need a very large number. He's a very compact little dude, and he is fun. Now, the parakeet here can fit in many different places on his body. We'll talk about this real quick before we end the video. You can't put him on one of the either. He's got a post on either side of his head. You can put the parakeet there. The parakeet can also fit in his hand, and that's a little more difficult, and I don't like doing it too much because the connection between the parakeet and the platform the parakeet's actually on, the thing that you plug into places, that connection is very small. I wish they'd put maybe a piece of metal in there or something to help keep everything together. But so you got to be careful whenever applying it. Wait, does the hand move? Holy crap! Holy crap! I think the hand moves. It does. Holy, I didn't even know that. Or maybe I knew that and forgot, but that's cool. I think maybe I figured it out on the episode where I did the box opening, but the hand does move around. And you can put the parakeet in the hand. But it doesn't want to stay too well. But you can put parakeet in hand. And then he can hold the parakeet. Isn't that fun? Ba-ba-ba-ba-doo. Well, it's just such a beautiful day. And that's Beachcomber. The environmentalist, the geologist, the one who actually understands the true cost of war. All the Transformers, they focus on good versus evil, and Beachcomber's the only one that looked around and went, but what have we lost? And saw the damage that was caused to the Golden Lagoon in A Paradise Lost. Thanks for watching today's video. Please tune in tomorrow where I'll teach you how to transform this guy. Until next time, bye-bye for now.